team. And that's really not what the deal is. This is a guy who has to work his way open on every play because he's such a featured guy. But he's also a guy that throughout his career, there's a little bit of a loyalty and a soft spot for Kansas City, his first team. When he went to Atlanta, did you know he kept his mouthpiece from Kansas City, which was kind of that yellow that goes in the Kansas City uniform? Not in the Atlanta uniform, but he kept wearing it because he remembered the good times he had in KC.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Here's Steve Young on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Moss. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Young hitting Moss on 3rd down, and the Madden legends are able to convert. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Young with a give to Sanders. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know the defenders are getting up off the ground, heaving a sigh of relief. They just held Barry Sanders to a -yard run. But Barry holds the NFL record for most carries for negative yardage. The all-time leader, 1,114 yards lost on his carries, but he balanced it with over 15,000 yards gained when he ran the football.
I think the pros outweigh the cons. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
They go play action. Young. And this will be a touchdown. Jerry Rice from 8 yards out. And the Madden Legends have taken the early lead.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Anderson now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Wait, 20.
Brady now on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Brady will try again on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Let's go.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Now Sanders. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out now come the Legends. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this
Neutral zone
against?
infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the
Still
football.
1st down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Play action now. Here's Steve Young. Tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Following the interception, Young. Now Young loses the football and it's stripped. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On play action, Young sliding out of the pocket. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now look at 56.
On the carry, here's Sanders. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. They'll run with Barry Sanders, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw.
And look at this, it's a fake. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. up and spike it to stop the clock. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Wait, 20.
Now Brady. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference. Offense.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Brady. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down.
And how about this, a fake? But he will not make the 1st down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. They run with a Hall of Famer, Sanders. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll run it here. And a short gain here down to the 22. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with Tomlinson. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you 1st downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up 1st downs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Young leads to Sanders on the draw. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On third down, it's Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Oftentimes with these gadget plays, these fakes, we focus on the offense and say, hey, they practiced this week. But the defenses practice these situations too.
And just look at it this way. The two owners sitting up in their boxes, one is saying, boy, is my team well prepared, and the other one's like, I got to talk to my coaches. What were they thinking?
Eluding the pressure right. Looking. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Down right around the 25. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
But it was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
On third down, that's Sanders. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Barry Sanders as the first half is winding down. And the Madden Legends will extend their lead.
A touchdown run for Barry Sanders. How about this, partner? 99 career rushing touchdowns and 10 more receiving in his NFL career.
And a stat you and I were looking over before the game. At one point, he held 34 NCAA